Will Senator Bill Napoli run for Tim Johnson's Senate seat? Barack Obama thinks you're stupid. Did Harry Reid and Barney Frank have an affair? And you'll hear Ron Burtz talk about the Revival Report. We're so glad you're with us today. Stay tuned.
Hi, this is Pastor Ron Burtz with our very first installment of Revival Report. Each week here on Liberty Today, I'll be discussing the subject of revival and spiritual awakening, what it is, why we need it, and what revival does. It's my hope that by telling the stories of the great awakenings of the past, we'll create a thirst for God to do those same things again in our day. First, let's define that term revival. Because of the way the term has been used in recent years, many people are confused about it. So let's talk about what revival is not. First, revival is not an event. Many people think of revival as a set of meetings, usually intended to grow the church. But a real revival is not something we can schedule. It's a sovereign work of a holy God. Secondly, revival is not excitement. Sometimes churches go through periods where lots of good things are happening and there's a general air of enthusiasm, but that is not necessarily revival. Next, revival is not emotion. Just because there's an unusual display of happiness, joy, or some other emotion, that doesn't mean revival has come. And finally, revival is not evangelism. Most of us grew up in churches that held annual revival meetings, which were simply evangelistic services intended to save the lost and grow the church. But revival is not primarily about the lost. The very word itself tells us that. The vive part has its roots in a word that means life. So to be revived is to come back to life. Since those who haven't trusted Christ are said to be spiritually dead, there's no way they can be revived. They were never alive in the first place. No, revival is for the church. As Charles Finney of the Second Great Awakening said, revival is the reawakening of the first love of Christians, leading to the conversion of sinners to Christ.